Hi, welcome to Mary's Village Style. Welcome to my kitchen. Today, as you know, and I've said this before, I'm making these videos for my sons because I want them to know how to make their old world family dishes. Most of the recipes are Italian, but once in a while we'll throw some Greek in there because that's my heritage and my kids' heritage. And so today's recipe, we have some beautiful eggplant here today from Davi's Produce in Martinez, California. They have a website, they're on Facebook. So if you get a chance and you need some produce and you're in the area, give them a call or shoot them an email. I have a guest with me today. I have Robin Bruno, and Robin is one of the members of our Friends of Isola della Femmini organization. And Robin is going to help me today make a stuffed eggplant. And this is the way my grandmother made it. I'm interested to know how your grandmother made it, or how your mom made it, or how you make it. So if you write some comments on our Facebook page with this video, I'd love to get your ideas. So today we have these are beautiful eggplant, and I don't know if you know how to pick an eggplant. I've heard a lot of things, and is it a female eggplant? Is it a male eggplant? And I know the female is the one with the seeds, and the male one is the one without the seeds. I know that, but I can't remember from looking at the kulu of it, the bottom of it, if this is a male or a female. I don't know. I only know that it's firm. It has a beautiful purple color. Don't you think that color is beautiful? Gorgeous. Purple, it's just gorgeous. And the stem is nice and green, and it's firm, right? I mean, sometimes you get them in
mushy.
Yeah, you don't want it mushy. You want it nice and firm. So I think this is a beautiful one, and we're going to start this today. I know that most people, when they cook an eggplant, they soak it, they salt it, and they put it in a colander, which I call a sculabasta. You put it in there and you weight it down with some salt, and it kind of releases some water, and it's supposed to take out the bitterness. I don't think eggplant is bitter at all. I don't know why, but I just don't. Some people soak it in water for a half an hour. Well, I'm not going to do any of that. I don't find much of a difference. I don't know if it's because the sauce is more flavorful or what it is, but it's all good to me. So we're going to cut some circles about a ½ inch. Is that about a ½ inch?
That's about a ½ inch.
Okay, so I'm going to let Robin kind of do this. Okay, and you can just cut them up and we'll go from there.
Okay.
I'm going to get some oil for the pan. Yeah, safety is the #1 thing. Yeah, that's too scary for me.
I'll go very slow.
Okay, I can't do it.
This must be a female. It's got seeds.
Yeah, this one has seeds, so it probably is. So whatever this end was a female end, I guess. I don't know. Okay, I have no clue. So I'm just going to set them on a baking sheet for now.
You want more than one?
Yes, let's do another one. And we'll do some toppers. We're going to make a sandwich, basically, is what we're going to do, an eggplant sandwich. I'm just going to set them down on the pan. You can talk, it's okay.
Just a little thinner.
Oh, it's
Little
okay.
thinner, you think?
It's all going to cook. It's going to be fine.
Hold on.
It's going to be fine. It doesn't have to be precise. Nothing has to be perfect. This is just an old family recipe, and I guess the old ladies had nothing else to do, so they developed a nice recipe here.
They worked at the cannery and they did all this.
Yeah, they were busy.
Cooking and cleaning.
They were busy.
Laundry.
Yep. Okay, so we need a couple of tops, so we're just gonna top it. These are gonna be our tops. Here, we better cut this one too.
Okay.
Because we're gonna need a top for that one. And this one I think matches this one. So I just like to separate the tops a little bit so that I know where we are with this. Because each one needs a top. Okay, a bottom and a top. Because it's going to be a sandwich. And you can see how easy this is. This is not hard at all.
Yeah.
It isn't going to take much time or energy. But it's absolutely delicious. Okay, so we need a top for this one. That matches there. That's good. Let's put this one. This one. So we have some, a few sandwiches here. Okay, I think we did it. Okay, we're good. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to make the filling for this eggplant. And Robin's going to do that. So here we have about 3 pounds of Costco ground beef. Comes from Costco and it's the good one. And we're going to put about a cup of breadcrumbs. And these are the Sicilian style breadcrumbs that we've been making for meatballs and for some of the other items that we've done. And we're going to put about, I'm going to check again, but I think it's about a cup of breadcrumbs.
Okay.
Yeah. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It's okay.
Okay.
Okay. And once again, I have some sauteed onions with garlic. You know how I've done that with the breadcrumbs? We added it to the breadcrumbs. Well, we made some extra to put in here, and you can put the whole thing in. So it's about an onion and a half sauteed with 2 tablespoons of raw garlic, and it's very flavorful. And then I put it here in this little blender, little food processor that I use to chop everything up with. And we're going to add a little bit of my favorite product. This is the Kraft cheese again. And I'm not measuring it, I'm just shaking it. Okay, looks good to me. You know, I'm not measuring anything.
Yeah, you can put peppercorns or rice.
Yeah, you can put whichever you want.
And how
Here's
much?
regular. I would put a half a tablespoon, you know, whatever. Just sprinkle on top, a little bit on top, just like you would season anything else, you know. Okay, and then some pepper, and we're gonna put some granulated garlic powder, and we're gonna put some granulated onion powder. You know, however much you Good, it looks good to me.
Okay.
Okay, do you want to put some raw garlic in there? It's up to you.
Is this raw garlic?
Yeah. You can
Sure.
put a little bit.
Okay.
You know, not much, but a little bit.
Mhm.
So we got salt and pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder. Well, that's okay.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna put 1 egg. We're gonna put 2 eggs, I think.
I know this gets too mushy for me.
Moosh it around
and
and that.
I always make Frank do this.
Want me to
Well,
do
that's
that?
okay. Come over and do it. Wash your hands and put your hands in
My
there.
hands are already washed, but wash it again.
Okay, so you don't add any water.
No water, no.
Okay, so that's why.
And we might put another egg in there because it might be a little bit dry.
That's what I was gonna say, because my recipe calls for water and then it gets too smushy.
No, no.
We don't
So-
mush it around.
Yep, you want to.
Yep. And I know people put raisins in this. They
I
put
do.
toasted pine nuts.
Right.
You can put, you know, whatever you like. Green onions. There's a lot of things that you could put in there.
And we're gonna put this in the oven at how much? What degree?
400 degrees, you know that.
Same kind of ingredients you do for the meatballs?
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Same thing. But we're not going to take a chance on what it tastes like.
Sorry.
I don't believe in mystery, you know, I don't believe in mystery cooking. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get a little bit. Are you okay now? Is it
Fine.
okay? Okay,
Perfect.
we're gonna get a little bit and we're gonna make a little patty, maybe a couple of them. Because we're not gonna have a surprise meal and try to figure out what it tastes like. We're gonna know ahead of time if it needs salt or whatever, okay? So we're making a couple little patties here. And we're gonna put them in the microwave for a minute, 2 minutes, and then we're gonna taste it, and we'll be right back. Okay, so we made a couple of patties, small patties, and we put them in the microwave, and we microwaved them for 2 minutes, and they were this big, and just about a 1/4 of an inch thick, and we tasted it, and it tasted good, right? So we have no mystery meat here. It's not a surprise, a mystery dinner. We know that our filling is good. There's no reason to say, well, let's see how it comes out afterwards. You spent a lot of money and a lot of time putting this together, and you don't want to be surprised by saying, I needed a little more salt. So now I always have a problem with portions. And not that I want to make this a portion controlled dinner, I don't, but I want to make sure that I have enough meat for everything. So I use a scoop, old portion scoop, and I'm going to put 1 scoop on each patty, but I'm going to go back and fill it in, okay?
Make sure you have enough for everyone.
Yeah, I want to make, and I even do that with a tuna sandwich. If I'm doing a tuna sandwich, I'll portion it out. Maybe it's because I worked at the school district too long. I don't know.
Lunch
But
lady.
It just makes, I don't know, sense to me. Makes it easier for me. So instead of just guessing. And I really do want it full. And I think I'm going to take this one because there's a lot. And like I said, we did 3 pounds of ground beef from Costco. It was Costco's ground beef. And we're just going to pat it flat. So you've got a hamburger patty really on top. And I try to make them the same, but I'm not good at that. I'm just not good at it, but it's fine. So, I mean, nothing could be easier than this,
Ryan, that's
right?
really gonna love this.
It's pretty simple though, right?
Oh, yes, and it's
Not hard.
gonna be
Is this a Sicilian traditional dish, or
Or
this
Greek.
is something that you put together?
No, I assume that Sicilians make it. My grandmother used to make it. My Nana Virginia used to make it. And I like it. I don't know, maybe it's the creative side, but I'd rather have hamburger made into something than have steak.
Yeah. I bet your boys love this.
That's
Huh?
me too.
Yeah, they like it. I also do it the same way when I do bell peppers. And I could have done some for you today just to double check.
You stuff the bell peppers.
Same method, same thing. And like I said before, some people put they put nuts in it. I've had it with walnuts in it. I've had it with roasted pine nuts, toasted pine nuts. Some people put raisins. And you see, I'm just going around again, making sure that, I mean, I don't need to use all this hamburger mixture, but I'm going to use it.
What about that one right there?
Yeah, I'm going to add, which one?
The naked one.
Okay, well, I'll get there.
400.
They're teasing me about my 400 club. I think we should start one. And they're teasing me because I'm going to cook these on a 400 temperature oven, and they're freaking out now. Okay, so here's my sandwich.
Oh my Lord.
And I'm just, these are pretty thick and pretty full. And you can make them any size you want. Mostly you have to go with the size of the eggplant. But you know how eggplant is. Eggplant kind of shrinks. So however you want to do it, use your own ingenuity, your own method. And now you see why I kind of saved some of the tops here. Why I kind of separated them, because I wanted to make sure I had a top for each one. Okay, so when I finish this, and I'm just kind of try to shape it a little bit and squeeze the top one down a little bit so that it kind of sits in there. Okay, and I have a little half piece here that I'm going to use also. And we used almost all of the meat mixture. And if there's a little bit left, it's a couple of meatballs that I'll cook and put in the Ziploc bag and throw in the freezer. And when I need a couple meatballs, I have it. So nothing is really going to go to waste. You spend a lot of money and a lot of energy making this, taking us away from the computer and doing some other things we're cooking, so let's not waste anything. Okay, so now these are going to go into my 400 club oven for about, I'd say about 20 minutes. Then I'm going to get the spatula and flip them over, and they'll be in there for another 10 or 12 minutes. And then from there, they're going to go in the casserole. So we're going to go to the oven. We've just taken our eggplant out of the oven, and we're going to flip them over, and we're going to put them back for about 10 minutes maybe. And you can see they're holding together. I'm not having any trouble flipping them over. You know, they're kind of fusing together here. But we're only halfway done. Smells good.
Smells delicious.
Very, very good. Okay, so I'm going to put them back in the oven for about 10 minutes. Okay, so we've just taken the eggplant out of the oven after cooking it on the opposite side. And we're going to put a little bit of pasta sauce. And whatever sauce you make is fine. I really like it when it has a hamburger base to it. It's a much richer flavor. So we put just a little bit on the bottom. And we're going to put the eggplant into the casserole dish. And you can, you know, I've even done it in a deep casserole. It doesn't have to be a Pyrex one like this, a flat one. I've piled them on top of each other and they come out just fine. So any way you do it, it's going to be great. And hopefully we'll be able to get them all in here. Let's just kind of... Yeah, we are cramming. We're going to cram.
Yeah.
Well, I want you to kind of cook fast, but...
Put it here. Took everything out. Fixed the back.
Okay, so here we go. And Robin, if you put a little bit of spaghetti sauce on each one
Sure.
on the top.
What you call the summer Italian sauce?
No, this would be like something you would use for raviolis or for rigatoni. It's a thick meat sauce.
Nice.
You know, and I had this sauce in the freezer, so I just defrosted, so I didn't have to do that much.
Yeah.
You know, and usually when I make sauce, I make extra. There's always a bag, or I put it in a Ziploc bag, of course, and defrosted it this morning and said, okay, we're going to use this. Let's put more than that, though. Let's double that up.
Alrighty.
We want it to be fairly juicy.
You put it on the sides, down the bottom sides of it?
Yeah, you can do that too. Yes.
Wow, look at that.
We're going to use most of that sauce.
Delicious.
And I don't put cheese on it on the top until it comes out because I don't want it to stick to the paper. You know, wax paper was made for the oven to cook with. So, and I use a
What?
lot of tin foil.
Not parchment paper?
Well, I think parchment paper is too. But
Yeah.
I have in the 50s when we used to go to Catholic school, we used to wrap our sandwiches in wax paper.
Yes, I remember that.
And in my grandmother's restaurant and stuff, they used wax paper. So it's one of my favorite things, so I always use wax paper.
That's right. They didn't have sandwich bags.
No
400
Ziploc
wax
bags.
paper.
No
That's
sandwich
good,
bags.
Robin. Very good. Okay, so now if you pass me the spray, I'm going to spray the wax paper because I'm going to use tin foil because this particular casserole does not have a lid. So I'm going to spray the wax paper, and there's no cheese on top, so this is going to work perfectly. I'm just going to lay it on top because I don't want the tin foil to get on the food. So, and I do this with everything. I put wax paper on top of it when I'm using tin foil. And I'm going to try to tighten the foil as much as I can and kind of tuck it underneath. And then one of you guys is going to come and put this baby in the oven. Yeah, just kind of crimp it up all the way around. Good and tight, as tight as you can get it.
Which oven, top or
Bottom oven, bottom rack.
400.
That's 400 degrees, thank you.
Going in at 400 and like 400.
I don't want to get mixed up.
Okay, just make sure it's fairly tight.
Okay.
Okay, so in about 40 minutes, 45 minutes, we're gonna go back and see how the eggplant came out. Okay, we'll be
Oh,
back.
and how's the
So this is the final product of the eggplant and the hamburger,
stuffed eggplant?
and it is fantastic. gotta try this recipe. It's very easy. You cook it on 400 degrees. My God, this is to die for.